we work on the outsourcing. If you guys have any question about outsourcing, please let me know right now. This is the best time to ask question. On After we finish this section on Monday next week, we're gonna start on a new chapter, and probably on Friday, a week from now, we're gonna do another quiz. We have only 10 questions, around 10 questions. It's very easy. I know the quiz on Monday was kind of hard, but some of you guys did pretty good. Not all, but some. It's good. Oh, sorry. Oh, how come we have only 17 students right now? Okay, I'm gonna wait for a few more minutes. Where is everyone today? The wasted outsourcing? Okay, so we go back to wasted outsourcing. So wasted outsourcing happen when your company expertise is low, but that operation will provide your company with a lot of value. So I mean, it's really important to your company. One prime example that I give to you guys is Amazon company. In terms of delivery, delivery operation is really important to the company, because Amazon sell item online, and without delivery they cannot ship the item to the customer. But at the same time, delivery is kind of like that's what Amazon don't have ability to do right now. That's why they had to outsource it to USPS, FedEx, whatever other delivering company. So they do that. So, and the term wasted outsourcing, it means if Amazon grow, it means they could sell more product. I mean, those delivering company also make more profit too. This kind of like I mean, yeah, but right now that operation is important. Now Amazon kind of like they don't want to rely on the third party anymore, so that's why they kind of shift the trend a little bit. They want to build their own fleet of delivering system. So again, the word wasted outsourcing, it means like that kind of operation is really important to your company, but your company is not really good at doing it. So that's why you have to outsource it. You don't think it's important, but you're not really good at doing it. You don't have expertise, organizational expertise. Oh, so the best solution is outsource that operation to other company to do it for you. And once your business grow, your outsourcing party also have more like also grow also. Like Amazon, again, if Amazon sell more products, the shipping company also have more item to ship to customer, right? So if they both grow, they grow together. If one company like fail, the other company also fail. Outsourcing is unavoidable. So if you start a company, whether big or small, you have to outsource it to someone. What a freelance is also another type of outsourcing. It's really famous and popular in Cambodia. It's cheap. Like you need someone to design a logo for you. You don't have to hire a designer to work with you, to work in your company. You just like freelance, like contact a designer that, hey, I pay you $50 to design a logo for me, and they'll do it for you. It's cheap, right? Okay. Any other questions? All right, if not, we're going to go through this really quick. We call it non-disclosure agreement, NDA. So anyone understand the word non-disclosure? So disclosure, let's say it's come from the word close. disclose mean opposite of close, mean like open. And then you opposite again with none. Non-disclose mean not open. It's like you're not supposed to show it to the public. So non-disclosure agreement. So I mean two or more party they agree not to share the information to the public. Everything that they agree on, they don't share to the public. So I just want to break down the word. Again, non-disclosure come from close, like you close it and you negate it with this. So you mean open, and you negate again with none. You mean close again. You like negate it twice. So yeah. Again, the short definition is like an agreement between two or more party, and they agree not to like show or release the information to the public. Okay. You are advised to stop me. You have any question? Okay. All right. A non-disclosure agreement is used when a sensitive and confidential data is shared between two or more parties. So when you are doing business or whatever, the data is really important, especially the sales data, like the customer address, especially their phone number, how much or inventory or item you sell this month, is it increasing over time? It's really important. You want to secure it at all costs, especially against your competitor. Sometimes your competitor, they maybe they hire someone to apply to your company, and that person is just like go to work at your company, and their main job is like trying to get data for your competitor. So you have to be careful with that too when you hire someone to work for you. Make sure they understand everything. So this kind of action is against the law. It's like that person might get arrested if they work in your company, and at the same time they share your company data to your competitor or to the third party. They are subject to like the criminal offense. It's like one of the prime example that I could show you in the email, the school email. I think they just like put a disclaimer at the bottom. Recently, probably this year, I just saw it recently too. Disclaimer saying something like the information is for confidential purpose and it's not subject to the public use or whatever, something like that. So it's mean like the school email, like maybe sent out by the provost or someone in the school administration, they intended for the staff and for the student in Paragon University only. They don't. Those information is not intended to show to the public. I mean, if you decide to let's say you forward the email to someone outside the organization, I mean, if those information is not sensitive, it's okay. But if it is very sensitive and could affect the school popularity or the brand name, the university could maybe do something against you. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Now going back to non-disclosure agreement, how does it apply to Logistic? So Logistic, especially when you outsource with other company, let's say Amazon again, they outsource their delivering system to delivery company, USPS and FedEx. So I know those company, they have information about Amazon sale, like what kind of product that Amazon sell every month. Let's say the book, how many book that Amazon sell, and there's a lot of book company in America like Barnes and Noble, other stuff more, and those company is like the competitor of Amazon. So what the company do, they said, hey, I decide to outsource the delivering operation with your company, but at the same time you have to sign this agreement and saying that you're not going to release the data, especially my sale data, to my competitor. You have to keep it confidential. And yes, it's the obligation for the third party, for the partner to keep it uh, private. If let's say those companies decide to share to the third party, Amazon could like file a complaint and then ask for millions of dollars. Yeah, and like in America, when one company try to like file complaints against you, they ask a lot of money. Sometimes if you fail the lawsuit, your company might go bankrupt. You have to pay a lot of penalty, a lot of money for. Okay, let's go back. In a situation where a company is planning to outsource a logistic or supply chain operation, sufficient data are required for the meaningful quotation for the service to be outsourced. Like I said again, if you outsource, you outsource with your partner company, the data has to be shared between you, your companies, and them. So that's really important part here. You don't want your data to be shown to the public. And the agreement, when you should make an agreement, you have to make it before, like at the beginning, before you agree to sign the deal. Non-disclosure agreement is the first thing you have to do. Like I know it's really like well known that before you do something, make sure you sign an agreement, and those something in the agreement, a list of things that you should do, you should not do. The same thing apply to your outsourcing partner, what they could do and what they cannot do. For the freelance, they are so subject to like confidence information, but I don't know whether our country have a rule to control them. Let's say, but it's not a lot in our country. Freelancer most of the time happen with the designer, and those kind of thing. We don't have a lot of data to share. Yeah. Let's move on. The party planning to outsource its operation should send a copy of the non-disclosure agreement to each other participant organization. Sometimes you not outsource with one company, like you outsource with multiple companies at the same time, and your company you have to make an agreement, like someone had to make it and share it to the participating organization or participating party. Make sure they understand the term and condition, and they are obligated to follow the agreement. And we do that because we want to ensure that the agreement had to be signed by a senior director or the CEO or the owner of the company, the outsourcing company, and returned before any data is sent to the logistics service provider. So before you decide to send data or share information, make sure you get all the agreements signed by like your partner company, your company that you want to work with. All right, everyone understand this part? All right, let's move on. So in the book, they don't give us a lot of information. They just like show us their sample of NDA. I mean, you have free time, you could read, but I'm gonna go over it really quick. So on the top, you could say something like confidentiality agreement, and this agreement is made between like party, your company, and other company you list down here. So everything is in bold. You could change it to your respected company. Like you put your company name here, register with what, put the address in, and acting on behalf of what other company. And you write down the background of your company, something like that, and you list the term of the agreement. And the term of the agreement, there's a whole course to study about how to make a non-disclosure agreement, but we're not going through in this course. Okay, so but if you read the information here, here they're just trying to show you what does it mean to keep the confidentiality between the company. Okay, it have like 3.5 page, and in the end, it had to be signed by like the manager or the company director here, and print their name, put the date on. Or when the signature, it had to be signed by everyone, so not only but your partner company too. And don't forget to put a date. Everything here. This lecture this week is short. If you have any questions, let me know. That's all I got for the lecture today. How many? Like 20 minutes? Really short. Do have questions right now? I give you guys a moment to think about it. If you have time, we could go through our problem that I give you guys on Monday. Can you explain the previous slide? What is the previous slide? This one? Oh, so there's only 2 point talk in this slide. So when you had to make an agreement, so you had to make an agreement at the beginning of outsourcing process. Before you do anything, you need to make sure the agreement had to be signed by your outsourcing company, the company that you're trying to outsource the operation with. And how are you gonna do it? So your company that you want to outsource, the company that you want to work with, you need to make sure everyone sign the agreement before you start sending or sharing any kind of data with them. So if they violate the confidentiality, you could file a lawsuit against them. This is really important. You just know. Maybe is it okay if we go through the agreement here real quick? I know it's a lot of reading. Probably it's kind of boring for you guys too. You go to the book, you could see that it's in the book. Just like print screen, and pass it in the slide. And this agreement is different. It's vary to your company. This is just the example one. Let's say in this agreement, a authorized representative, Windows employee, officer, and director, or receiving party, or any member group together with professional advisor. So only these people who are authorized to read this agreement. And confidential information means any information or data related to the closing party, any member of this closing parties group, or to their representative businesses, which is in written, electronic, or the visual machine-readable form of which is communicated orally, include but not limited to any kind of commercial, technical information, business, or whatever thing. So I mean, like confidential information. This part is a confidential information not only focus on what is on the paper, but it's also email. Email also confidence. The email you contact with your partner is so confidential, so you cannot share the email to the third party too. So it could be written, electronic, visual, I mean the slide that they share to your company during the meeting, a machine-readable form, communication orally. You have a meeting, those kind of like meeting, they share the idea or whatever. Those kind of ideas should be used inside the company only, not supposed to share to the third party either, including but not limited to any kind of commercial technical information. So the phrase including but not limited to, I mean like it include commercial technical information, business, financial, market information, software also include, but it could be etc. It include everything that lists down here, but it could be something else that is considered confidential. Okay, number 2, provided that confidential information does not include any information which the receiving party is able to demonstrate. Yeah, this is like, I mean, it's a lot of information. I think you could read by yourself. So yes, like even just want to point out really quick, if you guys haven't seen, even the receipt you're not supposed to share to the public. So some people are like a lot of people that don't really think about that, but receipt does. It's important. Your receipt usually show your customer information, their name, their location, and their especially their phone number. Some people they don't want their phone number to be shared to the public because like someone else might keep calling them, asking them to buy their product. Don't want that. So. 3 is independently developed by receiving party without any use of confidential information. This is all the same thing, similarly. I don't have anything else right now. Just want to make sure everyone read and agree on it. If one is signed, they have to follow it. And if other company, the one who make that kind of agreement, make sure you read it very carefully because some agreement, some company they could take advantage of what they mean inside the agreement. So when they hide some kind of like they have some secret agenda or you know what I mean, like some agreement it sound like nice, it sound like reasonable but logical, but it could mean I don't know words, but how to explain you. Because I heard that in Cambodia, when one person they just sign like the agreement with the company, but when they sign it, they don't read it carefully, and then uh, later on when that person do something that he didn't know that he didn't know that it might subject to like I mean in the future that company might use those kind of agreement against the individual because like they're trying to take advantage of the agreement, like they know that the person not going to read it carefully and they hide some kind of secret, they hide some kind of information which is like make the individual hard to understand it, and when it's the right time come, the company could use this kind of agreement to exploit from the individual. So that happened, and it's really important for you guys, especially when you work for your company. You decide to work with someone else. Make sure you read those kind of agreement carefully. Any kind of agreement or anything, any kind of form that require your signature or your fingerprint, you need to make sure you have to read it carefully before you do anything. If you are not clear, just ask question or like or maybe ask someone that you know, like a lawyer or anyone who are really good at legal system. Let them see what does it mean before you decide to sign or to move on with the business. All right. Anything else, guys? Let's see. Maybe we could go to the problem that we work on that I posted on Monday. How many of you guys have been working on that problem? Dang it, we don't have a whiteboard here. Yeah, if you have a whiteboard, everything would be so much easier. I don't know how to write and explain all this. Let's see. Does anyone know whether we could write on iPad? Like, is there any program that we can write on iPad? Like handwriting, you know. I never used this before. Oh, I have no clue about this. I don't know. Is there like any app that we could use to write on it? So I could show you, just share my iPad screen and then you could see the solution here. It's easier. I don't know whether I could write in this or not. Let's see. This is. Yeah, I don't think I could write here in PDF. Yeah, PDF is not even free. You have to pay money to have access to it. Okay, let's go to Word document. Word document may be easier. All right. So yeah, this problem, as I read to you guys before, a consumer good company trying to determine the daily route to to get its product to its customer from a distribution center. Oh, this one you could put like A, B, C, D, maybe easier, so you don't get confused. The dealer, maybe your customer. So customer A, B, C, D, E. Distance from your distribution center, like 8 kilometer, 24, 22, 27, 30. Oh, this is 30, not 3. Average demand for each customer like this. And this is the distance metric. So I'll put A, B, C, D here. Does everyone understand what the problem is trying to solve? Let me know if you don't know what we are doing here. So this problem, when I was at the academy, I think I started studying maybe when I was a sophomore or junior. I think sophomore, second year. But it's really good. It's optimization problem. It's really practical. And I realized that this kind of problem applied to logistic in this class, so it's really cool. Oh yeah, Node probably work too. But we'll see. I think I could make a graph here. A graph here for this solution. So first we need to make this matrix, decision matrix. Oh, first, has anyone had question about what the problem trying to solve? Let me know. If you haven't watched the video yet, could you go watch right now? Go to minute 7. Skip to minute 7. To explain you what is a saving method. I don't know, you guys kind of quiet, so I don't know whether you understand what the problem is asking or not. I'm gonna start calling out the name, so just make sure you guys understand what the problem is asking. All right, Waneri, could you tell me what the problem is asking? Waneri Chin. I just want to make sure you understand it. Hello, are you here? Again, guys, this class is I don't mind you ask question. Yeah, I don't mind you ask question at all. I like anyone who asks question because first it help you to understand more and it probably help your classmate. That is a good thing you do. Means a lot of people they don't realize they a lot of people they don't realize that doing such kind of thing is like helping other people. So most people like uh, a lot of our people they just like in order to do good thing they have to go to pagoda and like give the food to the monks, but it's not that's not it. That it had to be it's everything that you do every day it also help. It's also a good thing that you could do. You don't have to like give the food to the monk or to pagoda or whatever. So yeah. So yeah, in this problem they want to minimize the route that they give to customer and the route when they minimize it. Remember the truck our truck also have the limit, the maximum amount of ton that they have to load. You know. All right, everyone, go write down the comments here. I want to know how much you understand about the problem and why. Do you understand what is distance matrix? Matrix? Do you understand what is it? So the distance matrix is the distance between one customer to another customer. Like 23 here is the distance from customer A to customer B, right? And 33 here is the distance from customers D to E. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna start calling the name again. Vichka, are you here? Vichka, so please answer me. You are here. Well, it's completely quiet right now. Okay. I know I got the comments that this problem is hard and most of you guys don't understand it. So I'll give you a minute to think about it. Does anyone come up with any kind of solution?
Sir,
Right.
hello, sir.
Yeah.
They are present in the chat.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, like I'm showing because I don't see the chat on my screen. That's why. Dang. Sorry, guys. Where is it? Okay. How about 52 in column E? Oh, 52. 52 in column E is the distance from customer C to E. It's distance. That's how they make the matrix. The matrix here. So the matrix here, instead of writing down the distance from uh, dealer A to B 23 or whatever, I just create the matrix. I create the matrix here, so it summarize everything down. Any other question? But so here I don't understand how those number came in distant matrix. Oh, those number is part of the problem. But it's just first step I want you to understand the problem first. It's given. It's given in the problem. It is given. It's not the answer yet. We haven't come to the answer yet. It's given in the problem. It's like the distance from B to E is really close. It's like 7 kilometers. So maybe you should bring like in one trip you should bring item for customer B and E because the distance is so close. But it's a way we do it, and the saving method will help you how to do this. All right. So we have only 10 minutes left. I just want you to ask question about the problem first. If you understand the problem, I think you might have a solution. Anyone? Okay, I guess we should go to the solution right now. So first we have to build a saving matrix. So we could create an answer here. Maybe somewhere I put in red. So insert a table. No. Need to start a new cursor. So it will be a saving matrix. Insert the table 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down 4, 5. Okay. All right. This is saving metric, and you put a company, say A, B, C. I know this problem is kind of hard, but just bear with me, guys. E, A, B, C. C and D down here. So saving metric is from company A to company B. You could save 9 kilometers. So here in the video, I'll click on the video so I could explain to you at the same time. You scroll down to minute 7. Here is the saving method. If just say this is your depot 0 here. If you go to customer 1, and when you come back, and then you go to customer 2, and you come back again, you see the distance is really far here. But if you just say you go to customer 1 and you decide to continue from 1 to 2, and then you return back, and this count like how much distance you could save by bringing item from bringing inventory for customer 1, customer 2 in just one trip. That's how a saving method works. So right here, it's just like here. That's how it is. If you go from this 1 to 1, and you continue on 2, and you come back 3, you could save this trip right here. You know, the red thing, the 2 red thing here. And the way you do it, you just use this number, this amount, this one, add with this distance, and you add the distance between 1 to 2. No, yeah. yeah, you add this distance between one and two, and you subtract this distance, the distance inside, and you will see how much distance we saved it. It's just straightforward illustration. I don't know. Sorry, I don't have time to explain to everyone about it, but this is how saving method work, the concept about it. So if you do like, how do I find 9? So the distance from our depot to company A to customer A is how much? 8, and then you plus the distance from our company to customer B is like 24, and then you add the distance from company AB. You just look at this metric here, is 23, and then you minus the return trip. You minus the return trip is how much? 24 plus 8. Let me focus on this again. So let's copy the formula. S saving trick S12 equals C10 plus C12 minus C12. So you add this up to minus this thing. Oh, I got that. So the distance from us to our dealer is 32. 32 minus 23 is 9. Yeah, that's right. So AB equal 9. Minus 23, sorry. Does everyone understand this part? Where do we get 9 from? And why you have to take this one, 8 kilometers plus 24 and then minus 23? I'll try to send you the answer key, and maybe in the next class we're gonna discuss about this problem more, especially maybe on Monday. I will try to send out the answer key to you guys, so maybe you could look on it over the weekend. But now we kind of short on time, so I think we should dismiss class right now. And yeah, I will try to get this answer key done, so you guys could look over it. But first, does everyone understand what is 9 come from? Like we save 9 kilometers if you travel from our warehouse to customer A and then straight to customer B and then coming back. We save 9 kilometers. If you understand one of these, the next column here, it's the same thing. The principle is the same. So here it should be 4. This one should be 15, and this one should be 9. And the concept is the same thing. You use a AC. Let's say if you choose to go straight from our warehouse to customer A, and then from A to C, and C return back to our company, what is the distance that we could save? So you look at A again, it's 8 plus you return back from C is 22, and you minus the distance from AC. So, oh no, that's operation is wrong. It's not that one. But yeah, just go over this one first. So I just want everyone to understand this one first. Do you have any question? Let me see in the chat. $23 is given. Yeah, 23 is the given. Everything 23 here is given. Everything is in red is what we are trying to do is the solution. So let me put solution here. Everyone could understand. I'll try to get it done right now. So I will send the answer key to you, and hopefully you could look over it over the weekend. We'll discuss about it on Monday. All right, class dismissed. You can do this problem, it's fine, but it's important for you guys to learn about this. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording right now, and you guys go to go. Enjoy your weekend.